Corrupt cops constantly abuse their authority on innocent civilians, but what happens when the civilian is actually a highly educated lawyer? Here are 4 times when 200 IQ lawyers destroyed corrupt cops. We begin with the case of this arrogant cop who believed that he was allowed to arrest harmless citizens without any valid reason.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now, and you are going to follow my commands or you're going to go to jail.
On July the 20th of 2018, this police officer confronted an innocent citizen, who was also a popular YouTube auditor, later identified to be 42-year-old Ryan Swanson, on suspicions of engaging in illegal activities.
Have I broken a law?
I don't know, but...
However, when pressed to provide evidence, the officer quickly became agitated and then snapped.
I'm going to detain you in handcuffs.
Are you his supervisor?
No, I'm the supervisor.
Can I get your supervisor,
Turn around,
please?
put your hands behind your back.
This is an illegal detainment?
Earlier that day, Ryan had just been taking a leisurely walk around with the intention of capturing contextual pictures of the fire hall, the armory and community center, and a police station for a book project. But little did he know that this seemingly simple walk would escalate to a much bigger incident.
Friday, July 20th, 10:30 a.m., Hibbing, Minnesota. And already we're at the Hibbing Fire Department.
While he was taking photographs, he was initially confronted by an employee in the armory who questioned him about the pictures he was capturing.
Taking pictures? For possible publication, working on a story.
Did you get permission from the city to?
Okay, who are you? Can I get your name?
Huh?
Can I get your name?
My name's Alan.
Alan, nice to meet you, Alan. My name is Ryan.
Yep. Do you need to talk to the chief or anything?
No, just taking pictures. I just need the pictures, that's all.
Okay. Just wondering if you had city permission, that's all.
Don't need it, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
However, this encounter would be quickly resolved, and he proceeded with taking his photos. And when he finished, he was about to leave, and a police officer would arrive on the scene.
Apparently the armory's all bent out of shape because you're taking pictures or something.
When that officer approached him, he would be accused of taking pictures unlawfully. Ryan promptly asked the officer to identify himself, which he did.
Can I get your name?
It's Sergeant Everett, Hibbing PD.
You have a badge number, Sergeant?
HI 108.
Thank you very much.
However, things became worse when the officer's ego was damaged, as Ryan chose not to disclose the nature of his project and instead wanted to leave.
What's going on?
Exactly what you see.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I ask, is there a specific reason for your...
Well, there's always a reason, but I'm not going to share it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan had sought a reason for his detention, as he believed he had not violated any laws.
You start a suspicious activity on 23rd Street in Brooklyn Drive.
However, that officer avoided giving a clear explanation, instead asking him to turn off his camera while he called for backup.
To remain silent.
Set your cameras down.
No. I have every right to record.
Okay.
Within minutes, another officer had arrived, and together they assaulted Ryan, seized his equipment and camera, and made an unlawful arrest, detaining him for 12 hours.
Put your hands behind your back.
This is an illegal detainment.
Little did the officers know that they had just picked a fight they were not going to win. Before the court hearing, Ryan had made considerable efforts to recover his equipment, which he managed to do after numerous calls.
You may either call 911 or leave a message now, and an officer will return your call at their earliest convenience.
My name is Ryan Swanson. On Friday, July 20th, your Sergeant Bennett confiscated my phone and my camera. I would like to know why they were taken, and I would like to know when they will be returned. Please call me back.
He also organized all the video evidence in preparation of his hearing. During that hearing, with the evidence on hand, the court determined there was not enough sufficient proof to link Ryan to criminal activities that would justify his detention and property seizure. This also meant that Ryan had won his case. However, the story does not end there, as after the court hearing, Ryan chose to sue the city for $30,000. But unlike this officer, the next 2 police officers recognized when it was time to step back after being humiliated by a lawyer they had severely underestimated.
Again, we were kind of concerned, seeing somebody dump a bunch of stuff there.
On July the 10th of 2021, 2 officers approached a man, later identified as 40-year-old Olawale Emanuel, while he was throwing out the trash in his property's dumpster. Their initial intention would be to flex their authority, but they quickly found themselves in a situation that would lead to their own humiliation.
Hi there.
My office is here.
Your office is here?
I own an office here.
Okay, which office is it?
The other one, the law firm.
The what?
They had inquired about his activities, and Emanuel, who owned a law firm in the same building, openly explained what he was doing.
Nope. I'm on my property, putting trash in mine.
Okay, but this is not just your property. It's several people's property.
I understand.
Okay.
But I'm not violating any law.
In an effort to confirm his identity and role, he even voluntarily presented his business card and driver's license. While the officers momentarily relaxed upon seeing this ID, they remained unsatisfied and sought more from the encounter.
This is not just your property. It's several people's property.
I understand.
Okay.
But I'm not violating any law.
In an attempt to intimidate him, the officers opted to run a check on his ID. However, being a lawyer who was well-versed in his rights, he strongly objected, asserting that they had no authority to do so, especially since he was on his own property and had not committed any crime.
Okay.
Can I have your back? No, don't run it. Don't run my card. Don't run my ID.
Huh?
Don't run my ID.
Don't run your ID?
You have no reason.
Well, we're going to at least mark it down. We're going to take down your information.
Nope. I'm on my property, putting trash in mine.
Okay.
When the officers failed with their wrongful ID check, they resorted to another shady tactic, suggesting that he could be arrested for illegally dumping if they found out he wasn't the sole owner of the trash.
But this is not just your property. It's several people's property.
Yet again, the lawyer left them stumped by explaining that since he was the only one present at the dumpster, it was clear that he owned the garbage.
Because, sir, we are out with you because we were concerned that you were illegally dumping.
But you already discovered. Do you want me to show you my office?
I understand that you're here, but I don't know if this dumpster belongs to you or somebody else in the
It belongs to me.
To you and you alone.
Yes.
Can you prove that that dumpster belongs to you and you alone?
This dumpster belongs to the property.
Okay,
and I'm
that's
dumping my stuff in there.
That's my point, though. Is it if it's also other units?
So what? It belongs to everybody. We're paying for it. It doesn't really matter if it belongs to all the units.
That's fine.
Just give me back my ID. Thank you.
After a series of exchanges, Emanuel received his driver's license back from the officer, was let go, free of all charges, and soon afterwards the police would reluctantly leave the scene. While these officers were not faced with any consequences for their actions, these next ones were not so fortunate, as they were torn apart and humiliated on film by a lawyer after the unlawful arrest and detainment of his client.
Okay.
I'm being detained for just taking pictures of the building.
On March the 15th of 2022, two officers arrested a woman who was later identified as 33-year-old Amanda Berquist for taking pictures of a courthouse under the pretext of suspicious activity.
You're doing something suspicious, and we need to know who you are and why you're doing it.
However, these officers would soon find out that they were making the biggest mistake of their careers.
Hey, ma'am, you know this is a public building?
Exactly, that's why I'm recording it.
It's also a court facility,
Yep.
which there is a judicial law or judicial order that says that you cannot tape this building.
Can I see that order?
Yes, come on in. We're going to check your IDs too.
When Amanda was initially confronted and detained, she found her fundamental human rights violated, her belongings unlawfully seized, and her footage being deleted. As she attempted to challenge this and assert her rights, the male officers called her crazy and told her that she was going to spend the next 90 days in jail.
We're going to probably take her in front of the judge.
Okay.
He's going to hold her in contempt for, I think right now he's doing 90 days.
Okay.
So, is that okay with you?
Remain silent.
Okay, but you realize you're going to go to Cook County Jail for 90 days.
Amanda would eventually be unlawfully arrested and faced a possible 90-day jail term, but was later released without any charges.
Now you have an option. All you have to do is show us an ID so that we can do a report, and we'll let you go on your way.
I have an option?
Yeah.
We told you that before.
Because right now you're just obstructing and you're in contempt.
Obstructing what?
You're obstructing us from doing our job.
I'm remaining silent.
All right, cuff her. Let's get her purse.
Ken.
Get her stuff.
I don't consent to searches.
Well, we don't care anymore. Okay?
However, she was determined not to let this go, and she filed a lawsuit against the Cook County Police shortly after. This legal action would lead to the deposition of the two officers, in which it became quite evident that they had absolutely no knowledge of the law.
What lawful basis was there for you to ask for her ID?
I don't know.
What lawful basis was there for you to demand her ID?
I don't know.
What lawful basis was there for you to put her in handcuffs in response to her not giving you her ID?
I don't know.
What do you have to have legally? Do you know?
I do not know the law legally.
When the lawyer questioned both of them about the exact cause for the client's detention, they could not provide a specific reason beyond her appearing to be suspicious and taking pictures of the courthouse, which, in itself, is not an illegal activity. To make matters even worse, during further questioning by the lawyer, it came to light that both officers lacked a grasp of basic law, including the amendment rights and Miranda rights, despite having accumulated 25 years of service between them. Following an extended legal battle, Amanda emerged victorious, and the Cook County Police Station compensated her with a total of $15,000.
So shortly after that, I filed a federal lawsuit with the Fifth Circuit, which is where Cook County is located. And it's been going on for 3 years. My attorney, who's a fantastic attorney, by the way, he filed a motion for decision, basically, and what they decided is they were going to drop the case.
While Amanda needed a lawyer's assistance to secure justice, this 19-year-old law student displayed remarkable courage when he successfully defended against not one, but 3 police officers, all with a strong understanding of the law.
Can I help you?
Is there anyone else in here?
No, it's just me.
Okay. You mind just opening the door, that way I can see?
What you trying to look for?
I just want to make sure there's no one else in there to start, and then I'll talk to you
There's no one in there right now.
Okay.
Right.
Come out here and talk to me then.
Yeah.
On September the 14th of 2023, officers would confront a 19-year-old man by the name of Joel Martinez in his dorm room.
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
They had received an anonymous call about him bringing a case of beer into the dorm, and believing that they could easily intimidate him because of his age, they had no idea that the situation would soon take a completely different turn. Shortly after the officers knocked on his door, he promptly began recording the incident with his phone. One of them inquired if there was anyone else in the room, to which he responded with a negative. They proceeded to ask him some questions, but he asserted his right to remain silent and, in turn, requested the officer's identity.
So I'm going to be honest with you. So we got a report that you were seen walking into your dorm with alcohol. So
Okay.
Is there alcohol in there?
I don't answer questions. What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Pirtle.
When the officers realized that they could not compel him to comply with their requests, they then tried to run his ID, but he declined, asking if he was committing any crimes.
You have an ID with you?
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
Okay, what crime and how can you articulate it?
Minor in possession of alcohol. We got a report that you were walked in.
The officers had failed to provide a clear and direct response to this query. Subsequently, they informed Joel that he was not free to leave. It was at that point that he recognized the officer's incompetence and requested the presence of a superior officer.
Hi, name and badge number, please.
Sergeant John Lovelace. My badge number is 212.
212. All right, thank you. Officer said here that if I don't ID, I will be subject to arrest. Is that true?
It's possible, yes.
Possible, yes or no? I need that ultimatum, or else I won't get my ID.
Okay, so technically right now, yes, you could be arrested.
Could. I need a yes or no. Like, I need you to tell me if you don't give me your ID right now, I'm going to arrest you.
Why would I say that to you?
Because right now you're asking.
Yes.
And I have the right to say no. Because you're asking. It's not a lawful order. Okay. I need you to make it a lawful order.
You're being detained for suspicion of minor in possession of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see your ID.
Okay, and if not?
And if not, you could be considered concealing identity.
Because New Mexico statute says that concealing of identity is a secondary charge. I would have to have been arrested or suspected of a crime. No, right now, you hear just hearsay.
Once that superior officer arrived, Joel made the officer admit that he would be arrested if he didn't provide his ID for inspection. When he eventually handed it over, Joel promptly accused the officers of unlawfully seizing his property.
Okay, so he's denying us for his consent to search. That's fine. But we have him ID'd, so we're going to make sure we take a report.
As the conversation went on, it became apparent to officers that Joel would not be bullied under false charges, so they returned his ID and left the scene, as he assured them he would be filing a report against them at the police station.
We'll get that here in just a minute. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, Joel.
Yeah.
Okay, have a good day. You guys can go to your... Thank you.
If you enjoy true crime content like this, make sure you're subscribed to see more.